Hi there, Lance again here, and you may notice somebody looks a little different. Just a couple of quick updates for today. Nothing too exciting. Don't have a whole lot of AX prompts to do because I just don't have a whole lot of experience yet. But today I got in a grab bag from Beachgirlnikita. This is her card. Hopefully that's showing up okay. She's on DOA. She has her own website, which is beachgirlnikita.com. She has an Etsy shop, same username, Beachgirlnikita, and an eBay store, which is Beachgirlnikita's, all one word, dash guys, dash and dash dolls. So, and her name is Georgia. She's awesome, and her cards are cute. And the back of the card says, "Thank you for your business." Oh, dropped it. Anyway. She tends to do mostly a lot of like swimsuits and socks and, you know, as the name would imply, beach girls, beachy stuff. So, not the tank top, but that's a Doll Zone tank top. But Wheatley today, look at the camera buddy, has on a pair of her socks. I got one of her $10 Fukubukuros for slim MSD boys, which is the category he falls into. The socks are nice. They're a bit taller than I expected for boys' socks because I've been using the high girl socks for so long. The seam at the top seems really big and it's zigzagged, but it's really stretchy. I was worried that it wasn't going to stretch enough to get around his calves, but it's actually really cool. The check pattern is nice. It gets a little stretched at his feet, but you know, that kind of can't be helped. It's going to be in his shoe anyway, normally. He's got a pair of skull boxers here, which work for his little persona. I tried a couple of pairs of pants over it. One was a pair of Doll Zone pants, but they barely fit, you know, they fit pretty much exactly around his thunder thighs as it is. So no, they weren't going to fit with the boxers in there. And a pair of jeans that I've got, they're pretty loose. I think they were made for a kid Delph. Those jeans that you saw in previous videos. They're pretty loose, but again, they didn't go in there like boxers, so he gets pajama boxers, I guess. And also what I have underneath here is another thing I've got, but don't worry, I'm not going to flash his junk at you. Let me pull this off here. Whoops. Well, at least not flash his junk on purpose. There we go. Yeah, I was so sleepy when I opened this package. And these shorts were like folded like sideways, like back to front like this. And I'm like, it's supposed to be a boy's thing. Why is there a tank top in here? And then I opened it up a little bit more. I'm like, oh yeah, it's shorts. But he has a pair of Speedos. They're really neat. They're like teal, and it's got like a little square pattern with a little rounded pattern on top, kind of like a bullet in its casing. Maybe is what comes to mind. And it's got little shiny circles on it, so hopefully the camera can pick it up. There's the front. Full zoom on his junk. No, I'm kidding. And there's the back. It's the same. This is all the same stuff. So I'll probably just end up using these as underwear for a little while. Until I get some actual right and proper underwear for him, which the search continues. But the more interesting part, which I'm going to leave him in his Speedo here to discuss, is yesterday I went to my very first doll meet. It was in Valparaiso at the, what do they call it? Expo Center, I guess. It was fun. It was a doll show. So it was mostly like baby dolls and Tonners and Tonys and God knows what else. Lots of antique dolls. And we were actually getting stopped by a lot of vendors saying, hey, there was like half a dozen of us walking around with a whole variety of dolls. Like, you know, my Bobby. There's, of course, a couple of minifees because you can't go anywhere without seeing at least one minifee. And, you know, there was a couple of Zoom Anthros. One great big Dika doll cat boy who was really cute. He almost picked himself up a girlfriend in the form of a minifee Rhea, who was apparently shopping for one everywhere she goes. It was pretty funny. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hanging out with the girls was really awesome. It wasn't cool at the show, though, because I guess some of the vendors got tired of us supposedly blocking the path. When some of the aisles were actually more blocked by vendor stuff than by us. I mean, a lot of the vendors, I think they were overstepping their booth boundary by a significant amount. We also staked out a table at one point by the concession stand. Just kind of chilling. There was other people that had been there just as long as us, but no, we were the ones that got asked to leave. Whatever. There was one booth selling doll heart stuff and Monique wigs and J-pop wigs. Didn't find anything that really suited him or slash fit him, because every time I found something I liked, it was like a 7/8 or bigger or smaller, 4/5. Didn't see any 6/7s. I did get a chance to try on some leak wigs some of the girls had brought with that I had organized through DOA. Because that whole 6/5 thing's got me a little spooked. It's a little weird. I tried, one of them wouldn't go on by just that much, but another one went on by just that much. I couldn't use his wig cap because the silicone wig cap didn't give enough traction for it to slide around his head. But without the wig cap, one of them went right on. So I guess some of them will work, some of them won't, which will be a little hairy if I end up getting a chance to do the Denver doll thing. But I've got another week or so on that, so hopefully I can get some money in my PayPal before then. We started the show, we went out to a cafe afterwards, and that's where the real shenanigans started. There was this adorable little Pookie Pong Pong. He was just kind of making the rounds. He was like being an ambassador for Pookies. He was the cutest little thing, and I didn't realize that when you take their faceplates off, their tongue, because they got that big happy open mouth, their tongue is actually painted on the back of the head on a little, I guess, tongue piece that kind of sticks forward, and there's just all this shiny, glossy pink paint on it, and it's really cool. And let's see, he also kind of chilled with a SID Ipple House. He was I can't remember right now. I put it in the post. I'll probably link the post if I remember to actually link things I mentioned in the video at one point. It was an SID Ipple House, so he was pretty massive, and he hung out with him for a little while. And an elf doll girl, Yoon A is her mold. The big girls, she was really cool. I really liked her. He got his creepy vampire on for a couple of photos, which was funny. But he was creeped on the SID, and the SID kind of looks over, and he's just like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, okay, another day. Sorry." Anyway. But otherwise, I'm still kind of plugging away on his Halloween costume, which is Dirk Strider from Homestuck. Let me tell you about Homestuck. I've got a little pair of sunglasses made. You know, they just stick on his face with some, I assume, poster tack around from his eyes. And then this is the Sendificator, which I made that his head would fit in, because I am an awesome person. It's actually a little on the big side. Whoops. Where did we go? There it is. It's actually a little on the big side, so I might end up remaking it, making it a little smaller. It's just cardboard and paint, so it's not a huge deal. It doesn't really cost me anything because I've already got the paint. But I'm pretty much have really good odds on a job at McDonald's coming up, which at this point, you know, I'm not going to quibble over it being McDonald's. Order when I find out if I have this job or not. My interview is on Wednesday, and I interviewed for Five Guys last week. So hopefully between the two of them I'll be able to work something out. Maybe both? Maybe. But we'll see. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Hopefully I might come up with something for doing a AdX prompt on again later, which would be cool. Maybe with this job I can get some bills paid off and then go bring home his daddy. I haven't decided if it's going to be that white-skinned lazuli or a normal one straight from the factory, because I can get the white skin pretty soon after I, you know, do a layaway and he gets his parts worked on. But then there's like that 2-month wait from the company. So probably end up being the same either way, depending on how I do the layaway and how long the work takes. So, but white skin is very appropriate for vampires, even though I'm not worried about putting teeth on my boys or whatnot. Every time I look at him, I don't like his face up. I dislike his face up more and more. It's just not him. I look at him, I don't see him. So, I think that's going to be in order. Maybe getting his eyes closed just a smidge so he looks more drowsy than wide awake. And then, do something really light so it looks like he doesn't get a whole lot of sleep because he's too busy tinkering with stuff all night. Or all day, as case is with vampires. So I guess that's all I got. I want to do some pictures with, I got a little photo story idea. I want to do outside when, it's nice and sunny right now, so I might do that later on this week. It's supposed to be really good weather this week. Just a little cool and sunny and stuff. So I might do that later on. We got rain last night, so it would let the ground dry up. With him being granted temporary daylight walkingness. So that'd be kind of cool. That's what I wanted to do. I went to Iowa a couple weeks ago in the field, but it didn't end up working out. So look forward to that. If you watch the DOA photo stories anyway. So, I'm done babbling. And Wheatley's done tolerating it. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.